What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about another lens that I was given by a third-party manufacturer, and I think for the first time I'm going to tell you that I actually think I can recommend this lens, and it is this bad boy right here, the TTartisan's 56mm 1.8. Now, I don't think this is a new lens necessarily. I think you can buy this on B&H today. It's not overly expensive. I'll put the price up right here so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. But I was given this lens a few weeks ago, and right now my lens lineup does not have anything at the 50mm focal range, or focal length, if you will, for Fuji. There's a lot of lenses in this space, native Fuji, non-native Fuji. I mean, they have the 50 f2, the Fujicron, which I think is a great lens. They have the original 56 1.2, which is a legendary lens. Obviously, it's hampered by, I think it has a lack of weather sealing, and its autofocus is not that great, but its rendering is impeccable. It is 1.2. Then you have the new 56 1.2, the LMWR, whatever it is. And that lens, I think, renders very differently than the original 56 1.2, but it is a very sharp lens, built really well, metal, aperture ring, weather sealed, just a professional type of lens. I think it does a good job. There's also the 50mm 1.0 that they have, an excellent lens. And then there's a whole slew of other third-party lenses in the 56 range from all sorts of different manufacturers, from Sigma to 7Artisans to TTartisans to you name it. There's a bunch. So this lens was sent to me. I was interested in it because I don't have something in this focal range, and it being a 56 1.8 aperture makes it somewhat interesting to me. Now, a lot of these third-party lenses will have some kind of major flaw in them. Whether it's like just really terrible sharpness wide open, or the autofocus motors are slow and they're like real glitchy, or maybe it's like really prone to like flaring and that kind of stuff. And this lens is probably the first lens that I've used where I think I might keep this lens, or I'm inclined to keep it and not give it away, because it's actually pretty darn good. Before I get into some pictures and what the lens is all about, I'll show you the box real quick. This is the box that it comes in. It looks like this. Again, these manufacturers always do a pretty good job with their packaging. You know, it comes with a little some foam inserts here and some information on the lens itself. Probably not super interesting, but comes in a decent box. And the lens itself looks like, what the? My watch just picked up. Anyways, the lens looks like this without any kind of caps or hoods on it. And first thing you can see right here in the bottom is that there is no weather sealing, so that is one of the trade-offs here. Again, this lens is very cheap, so probably what you'd expect. And the front of the lens looks like this. Some writing on it, whatever it might be. Now, if you look at the side of the lens, you'll see it's got just one massive manual focus type ring. It does not have an autofocus manual focus switch. It doesn't have an aperture ring, any of that kind of stuff. And I would suspect it's because they're making this lens for more than one mount than just Fuji X mount. But the lens itself is actually built pretty well. It's got the metal mount, and I don't know if this is like a plastic or a metal. It feels like metal, but it feels really solidly built in the hands. But here's what actually surprised me and why I think I might keep this. For one, the lens is sharp. It's sharp wide open, and it produces nice images. The bokeh is nice. I think the bokeh looks great. The autofocus is smooth, it's silent, and it autofocuses well on this Fuji X-T4 that I'm filming this on, and I've had no issues. And I think if you're someone on a budget that's interested in this focal length, that doesn't want to go spend $900 on the new 56 1.2 or whatever the cost is, this is a really, really, really good option. I think it renders, I don't know, maybe better than the 50 f2, and it just is awesome. The one downside of this lens, again, outside of the weather sealing, is that it's kind of ugly. Look at it. It's just a big, chunky focus ring, and that's really it. It doesn't really subscribe to the Fuji aesthetic of having an aperture ring on the lens. So that's kind of its downfall. But I would tell, if anybody was like said, hey, I only have, you know, $300, $400, $500 to go build a couple lens kit out, prime lens kit out, I would say for portraits, this is a really, really good option. I'll put some pictures up here at the end of this video to show you guys what I'm talking about, and I'll keep this video quick. I'm in no way obligated to talk positively or negatively about this lens. I'm not being paid by TTartisans. They gave it to me. I'm not even obligated to make a video necessarily. They said you can just have it, and just make sure, you know, if you keep it, that you make some kind of video on it and put your opinion out there, which I'm happy to do, because I think photography for a lot of people it's getting really expensive. There's a lot of talk of the tariffs and stuff impacting prices. I see prices on cameras going up right now as it is. I saw Leica announce they're going to increase the prices on their cameras. And I think affordability of photography is a main concern for a lot of people. And I would tell you these third-party Chinese manufactured lenses are getting really, really good. A buddy of mine has the 35-1.8 version of this for his Fuji. His images look fantastic. And so I would wholeheartedly recommend this. The one thing that's interesting is that the lens hood they gave you with this lens is like this square hood lens. So if I put this on, it has like this kind of real narrow lens or square lens hood. Oh, look, there's my eyeball. It's upside down. And it's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, is this better than the 56-1.2 that Fuji makes? Does it render better? No, it's not. But it's also, I don't know, what, a fourth the price? A quarter the price? And it's performed excellently for the experience that I've had. So I would tell you, take a look at these images. These are some test shots that I did. The rendering is good, and this lens works really, really well. And I actually might keep this lens for a bit because, why go spend $1,000 when a cheaper lens can do it for you if you don't need the weather sealing and that kind of stuff. But the focus ring turns smoothly. It's quiet. It's silent. I've said all this already. I just think overall it's a pretty good lens, and I want to get this out there. Here's some pictures. You guys let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are